Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? Alright, so I was thinking about a thing today and I wanted to document it and yeah, somehow I'm doing it. um, like, this is pretty logical, I have to say. Not everyone thinks like this, but it's pretty logical. I'm gonna try to break it down for you. And it's about energy. And in my opinion, everything is energy. I'm energy. Colors are energy, um, sounds, everything that is alive, or like everything everything puts out a vibration and a frequency, and that is energy. So like the more you dwell on something, the more you think about, like, I don't want this to happen, I don't want, you put your thoughts, which is energy too, into one thing, and the more you think about that thing, the more power you give to it. So, and that goes for both if it's good or bad. So the more you dwell on something, the more you're gonna see it, or feel it, or whatever it is. The same goes for if you focus on something that you want. Um, it's like you're giving energy to that thing by having these thoughts about it. And that's why overthinking is so bad, because the more you overthink something, the more power you give to the unknown, to that thing that you don't want to happen. And it happens because you manifested it, because you put all your thoughts and all your energy into it. And you know that's how you get things. And especially, like, if you want to manifest something, you have to, first off, you have to have the thoughts, you have to put the power, plug in the power with the thoughts, and then you have to feel it, you have to give emotion to it. And when you if you let's say, if you think about something, you know let's say you're going to be in a competition, right? So you think about, like, oh man, I'm so nervous, this is not going to go good because I'm so nervous, and I'm not going to be on the podium. And you start to make these pictures in your mind too. Like, you start visualizing how it's going to go. I'm probably going to crash on that trick, I don't have that trick yet, or you know whatever it is. And then you put yourself in that state of mind, and you feel those feelings too. Like, before you even drop in, or before you even the competition starts, you feel like, I'm not gonna win this. You put yourself in a losing state of mind, and you put yourself in a losing state of emotion. So, like, that's probably what's gonna happen. You're probably not gonna land your run. You're probably not gonna do your trick. You're probably not gonna end up on the podium. You're probably not gonna be where you essentially want to be, because you're thinking about something that, you know you think about the future. You think about, like, I'm not talking about like the future in like 10 years or whatever. Like, when you think about something that's not right now in the present moment, it's in the future, whether it's a minute from now, or 10 minutes, or 10 years. It's still in the future. We only have the now, like now. Like, what I just said, I can't take that back. I can't change that. That's already out there. So, that's why it's so powerful to be in the moment. Because if feeling anxious, or, you know, yeah, if you're feeling anxious, you're probably living in the past. Like, you think about, oh man, like, this thing that I did, or this thing that I didn't do. Man, what if I did it this way, and we end up in a different way, and blah blah blah. And you have these anxious thoughts that it's not gonna benefit you. Same goes for if you're depressed. It's probably because you're thinking about the future, or the past. But like the future, you're like, man, I'm not where I want to be, or I'm so depressed because nothing happening. Um, like I want to be like that person, but I'm not there. You're looking at you're comparing yourself to someone else. Like you're comparing yourself with someone who probably has done it way longer than you. And it's easy to feel like I want to be at this point, or I want to be like that guy or that girl, you know. But in reality, like, you shouldn't compare yourself to no one, because I mean, if you compare yourself to, I don't know, like, you compare yourself to someone, that someone, like, that person's level might be like level 20, and you just started, so you're at level 1. Like, how are you supposed to be at level 20 if you just started? You know what I'm saying? You can't skip the other 19 levels. It's not possible. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you should not compare yourself. Like, the only one you should compare yourself against is yourself. Because that's the only person you're competing with. Try to be better than yourself. Try to be better than you were yesterday. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you can't compare yourself to someone who's not even playing in your league. You know? Like, fuck, I like skiing, but I'm not gonna compare myself to Henrik Harlow. Like, that dude probably got, over 300 ski days a year. He lived for that shit. He loves that shit. Of course I'm not gonna be at his level. I'm not even training like him. I'm not skiing as much as him. I'm not even into it as much as he is. So why, like, I can't, it's stupid to compare yourself. Same on fucking competitions. If you're doing a competition and all the riders are so good, and you're like, fuck, man, I'm not gonna land my run because these dudes are so fucking good. And you're comparing yourself again, and it's like, dude, just do you. For real. Like, do your trick, because you don't know. That trick might be so much better than what everyone else is throwing. Like, the judges might like it more. You don't know before you tried it. You know what I'm saying? Before you try it, it's just a guess. You know what I'm saying? And it's very easy to look down on yourself from guessing. I'm not good enough. No, look at that dude, man. He threw that trick, man, so hard. But like, my trick is pretty hard too. But like, like, it's not as good as him. Like, fuck that shit, man. Like, do you for real? Like, for real, for real. Like, no one is gonna be better at being you than you. Like, that's just how it is. And like, if you want to be the best version of yourself and the best person that you can be, you have to think in terms of energy. Like, it only makes sense because we are energy, and you can see energy all around you. And like, if you understand energy and how it works, like, your life is gonna be so much easier. Like, I'm telling you. Like, if I knew this, what I know now, 10 years ago, bro, like, my life would be so different. Like, if I knew this when I was playing hockey, I would probably be in the NHL right now. I would probably be, in the Swedish national team. That's how I feel. I don't give a shit about what you feel about me, or my thoughts, or where I think I would be. Like, I don't give a shit. You don't know me. You don't know nothing about me because you're not me, you know? You know the version of me that you have got to know. But that's not the same version as someone else, you know? It's a pretty funny thing to think about, actually. Like, who am I? Am I the one that I see, you know? Or am I the person that you see? Or you see? Or that person over there? You know, everyone has a different perspective of you. So who are you going to be? Are you going to be the one that you see? Or the one everyone else sees? You know? It's like people only focus on what they want. So, like, that's why so many people are hating on famous people. Because they think they're perfect. And as soon as they do something that's wrong, you know, people gonna, you know, poke them. People gonna point them out. People gonna be like shitting on them. This motherfucker, look what he's doing. He's supposed to be famous and he's doing all this shit. Like, what the fuck is that? You're supposed to be a role model to the kids. Like, fuck you, man. You're the one who's hating. What kind of role model are you? You know? Like, for real, for real. People don't think about this, you know? It's so easy to blame other people instead of looking at yourself. Like, what are you doing? So, like, going back to energy, the more you focus on something, the more you're gonna get it. Because it's let's take, let's take this for example. Like, imagine you had a phone. Look how cracked mine is. Think of like you have a phone, and it has more than one like outlet for charging. So, you know, you have 0%, right? So you plug it into the charger, and now it starts charging. But then you plug in another charger, and charge faster, and then another, and then another, and then another. And it's just power just flowing into the phone, and essentially it's gonna, you know, be charged much faster than with just one. The same thing goes with like everything you're doing. If your thoughts, if you think about a thing like all the time, and you convince yourself that that's true, and you can feel it, man, that shit's gonna manifest, like, for real. If you like, this is how it goes. First there was thought, right? So nothing in this world comes without a thought. You know, there's always a thought. The first thing that happens is a thought. We have like 50 to 70,000 thoughts a day. Not conscious ones, but running in your subconscious. And the ones that you give power at, the ones that you know, like, pick up, you're giving a, like, power to it. And then that thought is gonna make you feel something. And that feeling is gonna create a new thought. And that thought is gonna create a new feeling. And it just goes around like this. It's like you can try it. Like, if you think I'm handsome, how good doesn't that feel, right? You have this good motion in your body, and that makes you think like, why am I so handsome? Like, just look at me, like my face. I have an awesome face, my body, you know. And then you're just feeling better and better and better. Same goes the other way. Man, I suck. And like, you can feel that, like, fucking suck, man. And then another thought, like, why do I suck? Well, because of this, and I don't have anything, and nah. You know? So, you have to be able to control your thoughts. And to be able to control your thoughts, you can't sleep on them. You can't sleep on your thoughts. You have to be aware of what you're thinking. What am I thinking? What's the story I'm telling myself all the time? Who am I in my head? What's my view? What's my point of view of myself? What's my perception of myself? Like, am I the king of the fucking jungle? Or am I like a sand, piece of sand? That was a bad one, but you know what I mean? Like, am I fucking Batman? Like, in the movie about me, if you see your life as a movie, who are you? Are you the superstar? The fucking hero? The superhero? Or are you the guy in the back just watching everything happening, Not doing anything, just observing what's happening, but you're not doing anything, Are you the victim in your movie? Like, you get to choose this. Like, it's that simple. You choose. Like, for real. You choose. And if you have a victim mentality, you're probably going to choose the victim to become or to be the victim. But you can always change the story. First there was thought. So, like, change your story. If you're not feeling good about yourself, change your story. Like, you can ask yourself every day, every second. You can change it. We all have a choice all the fucking time. It's just what we keep telling ourselves. Like, if you tell yourself that you are a loser, you're a fucking sucker, then you are. Oh, man. Like, everything's so sad. Like, my life is like this, and, everyone's so mean at me. World's so awful, and blah, 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 blah. Like, that's a bitch mentality, man. Like, for real. You can't think like that. Like, it's not gonna do you any good. You have to think good thoughts. See yourself as a fucking king, man. Like, for real. Just feels good to be a king. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can see, when I say it, you can just see in me how I feel about thinking that I'm a fucking king. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm a god. And I don't give a shit what your perception of me is. Because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What anyone thinks, what anyone in this world thinks doesn't matter. What only matters is what I think. And what I tell myself. Because this is my life. I'm not supposed to be like you want me to be. I'm supposed to be me. Who I am. I'm the me that I'm supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? And I choose to be free. It's like that. You can choose who you want to be, and I'm gonna be a fucking king. I don't give a shit. Like, look at the fucking king of Sweden. Like, the real king of Sweden. He got the title king. Who's that sucker? Like, for real, like, he's not doing shit. He's not handsome. He's rich. But it's not like he worked for it. He's royalty. Like, but he's a regular dude. Like, he's a regular ass dude. It's like, who's this motherfucker right here? So you can choose to be the same. If you see yourself as a fucking legend, you're gonna be a fucking legend. You know what I'm saying? It's not like there's only a few in this world who get picked. Nah. You pick yourself. You know, it's like you're picking teams when you're a kid, but you get to choose who you want to be. No, not you. No, not you. I choose me. And I choose to be a fucking king. It's that simple. Like your thoughts are creating your world. The more you think about something, the more power you put into that thing, the more likely you're gonna see it. And if you think a thought and it creates an emotion, and you keep on building on that, and if it's a good thing, you're fucking heading to the top, bro. Like, for real. But if it's a bad thing, you're gonna manifest that too. And that's not so good. But it might be something that you need, you know? And that's the thing too. Like, everyone needs to understand that you can learn from everything. You know, it's the yin yang, bro. Like, if you don't know what yin yang is, or if you haven't seen the sign of yin yang, you have to look it up right now. And this is what it is. We live in duality. Like, that's how we live. Like, there's a counterpart to everything. There's good, there's bad, there's up, it's down, it's right, it's left. You know, everything has its counterpart. So in every bad thing, you can always find something good. And in every good thing, you can always find something bad. And that's yin and yang. Like the you can see, like, in the yin yang sign, you have like the black, the white side, and in the black there's a little white circle, and in the white one there's a little black circle. And that's what it represents. In everything you can find a piece of the other part, the counterpart. It's just how it is. It's a way of perception. It's a way of seeing things. You know, I can find good things in everything, and I can find bad things in everything. And it's just up to you to, what do you want to see? You know, you can choose. Again, we always have a choice. That's our superpower. We have a choice all the time. Whatever we do, we have a choice. How is this going to make me feel? I'm the one who chooses that. You know? People can say, you know, like, take this for example. When I quit hockey, like, I saw my whole life, I saw myself as the best goalie in hockey there will ever be. You know? That was my vision of myself. Like, I'm gonna be the best that ever played the game. Right? That was my identity. And then, all of a sudden, it was gone. Hockey was gone. So I had a identity crisis. Like, I didn't know who I was. Everyone saw me as a hockey player. Everyone saw me as this, you know, great, talented, whatever. And I did too. But I wasn't that person anymore because I wasn't playing the game anymore. So who am I now? You know? And I got to choose, is this shit gonna kill me? Or is this shit gonna make me stronger? You know, I went into depression, I did all that shit, you know, anxiety, panic attacks, whatever. You name it, I done it. Suicidalness, or whatever it's called, being suicidal, I've been there. So I could easily choose to go that way, to go the bad way, if that's what you want to call it. There is no good, there is no bad, there just is. Alright? You have to be balanced. Like, if you want to be able to control things, you have to be balanced. You know what I'm saying? So, um, back to the back to the energy. You know, if you have too much of this, it's not good. If you have too much of this, it's not good. You know, you have to be able to not go in a straight line, but to be able to like bounce between both sides. Because life is a roller coaster, yo. You have its up, it has its ups, and it has its downs. But you choose how long you want to be up there and how long you want to be down there. And you choose if the dip is gonna, how long the dip's gonna be. You go up, you have super fun, and then it's all over, and now it starts going down. How long is it going to go down? Like, you can choose. Is it gonna be a year, a day? Are you gonna, dwell on this thing for 20 years? What if? Be sitting there at 50 years old. Oh, if I only did this thing, it would be all different. If only that person didn't do this thing to me, then it all would be different. I would be where I would like to be, or where I always wanted to be. Fuck that, man. You choose. Life doesn't happen to you. It happens for you. Let me say that again. Life doesn't happen to you. It happens for you. So everything that you do, whether it's good or bad, you can always learn from it. You can always pick and choose what you want to take out from that thing that you just did. And you choose. Everyone can tell you what you should pick, what you should do, and everything like this. But you are essentially the person that makes the choice to go this way. That's how it is. And it's the power that you are giving to that thing. How much do you want it, bro? Like, how much do you want that thing that you're thinking about? How much do you want it? Go after it. You can get it. You can have it. Nothing is impossible. Like, for real, like, it can be really hard to grasp, but like, nothing is impossible. It can't be impossible to do things. Like, it's not possible that everything is impossible, or that anything is impossible. Like, that's not possible. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, like, some things, like, maybe it's impossible to get into a club, or where there is like a 20-year limit and you're 5. That might be impossible, but still no, cause you could do makeup so you look like a fucking old dude, but you're a midget. You can dress up as a midget and put makeup on and everything, and you look fucking 40 and you're still 5. Or you could sneak in, or you could just go in when no one's looking. There's so many ways, but we like to stop and think that just because I don't see the way, it's impossible. Just because I don't have the answer, it's impossible. And that's, in my opinion, the wrong way to look at things. You have to be optimistic. Like, you don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know which way you can take. You don't know. You might have this plan on, how you're gonna be pro, or how you're gonna end up in this career, or, doing all these things. But life always throws you a curveball. That's just how it is, bro. Like, you have to be optimistic about that. Like, okay, it didn't happen like I wanted, but it happened in a totally different way. You know? I'm gonna give you an example. So I lived in Austria. I was skiing every day. Every day I was skiing, not working, nothing like that. I was just skiing every single day. And like, I'm not pro. I wasn't pro. Nothing like that. I was just skiing for fun with my friends. And then, but I always wanted to be pro. I always wanted, I always wanted to be like the best at whatever I'm doing. But anyways, I was thinking like, you know, if I'm gonna be pro, I have to compete. I have to put out movies. I have to, do edits. I have to take over the social media game. I have to do all these things. But one day after the slopes, me and my homies, we were in a bar. I went to go grab some beers, stand by the bar, and then these two dudes, old dudes, are standing beside me, and like, what I felt like, it felt like they were mocking me. You know, they were speaking like German, and like half laughing, and looking at me, and you know, and I was like, who's these motherfuckers? You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't think of them. Like, I thought they were losers. There's some old dudes drinking beers, you know, complaining about the younger generation. That's how I felt. But I was like, man, I'm just be cool. I'm gonna stand here. I'm gonna do my thing, and I'm gonna be true to myself. I'm not gonna look down at myself for how they are looking at me. I'm gonna own myself right now. I'm gonna own this situation. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just standing there, minding my business, and then one of the dudes like, "Yo, are you a crazy skier?" And I was just looking at him. I was like, "What?" And he's like, "Are you a crazy skier?" It's like, I don't know. Like, what do you mean? Like, well, do you ski off piste? Yeah, mostly off piste. I drop cliffs. I do, do my thing. And they were like, "Oh, cool. Like, we're from a company. I can't remember what it was called, but it was like, we're from a company, um, which is in Germany, and we're making equipment, like ski equipment, and we're looking for crazy riders. Are you a crazy rider?" I was like, "Hell yeah!" And like we exchanged like information and contacts and whatever, and like, he was like, "Yo, just send us some footage, and let's see what we can do." But in hindsight, I'm like, man, why? I was enjoying life too much. I wasn't thinking about career. So I never called, I never sent an email, I never sent an edit. Like, but I had the opportunity, I guess, and I might have been pro by now if I would go and talk to them and do all that shit. You never know. That's what I mean. Like, you might have this vision, like, I have to do all these things to become that person, because that's what this person that I look up to, that's what he's been doing, so I have to go the same way. Nah, bro. Like, things come to you when you least expect it. Like, the universe always answers. Like, you get what you want. You get what you focus on. That's just how it is. Back to energy. You get what you focus on. Always. Whether it's good or bad. Like, the universe doesn't know good or bad. Because again, you are the one who's choosing is if this thing is a bad thing or a good thing. Like, it's up to you. Like, I might not like this thing, but you might love it. Doesn't mean that I'm wrong or you're wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. That's just life. So I'm gonna end this video. It became much longer than I ever thought it would be, but I'm gonna end this video by saying, be fucking true to yourself. Do what you love to do. And ask yourself why. Why am I doing this thing? Am I doing this thing because everyone else is doing it? Or do I actually like it? These clothes that I'm wearing, is that because everyone else is wearing it? Or do I actually like it? You know what I'm saying? Like, do I feel comfortable in these clothes? Again, like, ask yourself all these questions. Like, why am I doing this? Why do I like her or him? Or why do I hate him or her? You know? Like, what? Why? Ask yourself why. About everything. You know? And practice awareness. Be aware of your thoughts. Be aware of how you're acting towards other people. Like, are you judging people? Then you're judging yourself all the time. Like, be humble and be grateful for everything. Give thanks. You gotta take care of yourself because no one else will. You're the master of your own universe. So be true to yourself. Do what you love to do. Even if your family is saying that, no, you shouldn't be doing this. They don't know. They don't know how you feel about that. Doesn't matter how much you explain it, how much you tell them that you love it. They're never gonna understand how much you love it because you are the only one who's feeling that feeling. You feel me? That's how it is, bro. Like, for real, for real. So, again, be true to yourself. Do what the fuck you want. However the fuck you want. Whenever the fuck you want. As long as you're good to other people. Be good to other people. Everyone's just trying. Everyone is trying their best. No one's here to fucking make life miserable. Like, no one wants a miserable life. Like, no one. And no one is born bad. No one is born a killer. Nobody is born a racist. Everything is teaching and thought. And, like, you're not born depressed. You're not born, fucked up. Like, that's something someone is teaching you. And you can switch that up, bro. Like, I'm not gonna believe in that shit. So, be true to yourself. Again, be true to your fucking self. All day, every day. And do you, man. Like, for real, do you. Because everyone is gonna love you if you are yourself. If you're trying to be someone else, people are gonna call you out. People are gonna call you out because you're a fake. Be yourself, bro. And fuck all the haters. There's always gonna be haters. Hater ninjas marry hater bitches and they have hater kids. That's just how it is. That's just the way it is. Something like that Kanye said, but he didn't use ninjas. He said something else. I'm not gonna drop the N-word, but you know what I'm saying. Fuck, I can't quit this video. Alright, so be true to yourself. Be aware of your thoughts. And take care of yourself, man. Like, yeah, that's about it, I guess. Fucking do you. Everyone loves you, bro. Like, for real. Like, when you're yourself, like, everyone loves that man. Like, or that girl. Like, the character that you're playing in your life, you get to choose which character. Same as you playing a video game. You get to choose character. And you can switch your character up every day. All day, every day. But, bro, like, for real, be true to yourself. Everyone's gonna love you if you are yourself. And you're saying fuck all y'all to the people who's trying to bring you down, to people who are trying to tell you that you're doing wrong. You know, you can't do like stupid shit. Like, I'm not saying that everything is right, but like, if someone calls you out for doing some dumb shit, then it's only good. But you know, if you're doing something that you love and you have a hater, man, just embrace the hater. Like, understand that that person want to be in your shoes. That person hates himself because he is where he is. It doesn't have anything to do with you. Nothing. Like, all your problems, it's your problems. Like, all the bad shit that you see in other people, that's the shit that's inside of you, that you are afraid of, or that you are, you know, not accepting in yourself. Like, that's what you're projecting on other people. And you try to bring them down. All that shit, man, fuck that shit, bro. Fuck that shit. Fuck the haters. And, you know, give love, bro. Like, love is the most powerful energy that there is. And gratefulness is really powerful. Like, if you're loving someone or something, you have a deep appreciation for it. And if you appreciate something to the fullest, you're more than thankful for being able to see it, or to be able to feel it, or whatever this thing is that you love. You know, that's, for me, that's love. Like, appreciation. Like, you appreciate someone so much for being who they are. That's love. Love is not, you know, controlling someone, telling them not what not to do or how they should be. Fuck that, man. Love is appreciation. I appreciate you for doing this, for being you, for, you know, telling it straight, for, you know, being truthful, whatever it is. I appreciate you. That's love. Like, I love you. I appreciate you. That's the same thing. And I'm so grateful for being able to love you and appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? It's always, that's a thing too. There's always something to be grateful for. Always, bro. Like, always. Same as you can find any good in the bad, any bad in the good. You can always find something to be grateful for. You know? It's just, you just have to look inside yourself and ask yourself, what am I grateful for? And if, you know, if you can't find anything, you have to dig deeper. You have to think. Use your mind, because this is the most powerful thing that you have. And this, your heart. Without this, you will be dead. Without this, you will be dead. You know what I'm saying? So, and I want to drop this too. Like this, your body is not you. You know? You're much more powerful than that. You know, your energy. That's who you are. Your energy. And you cannot be anything that you have. You know what I'm saying? I have a body, so I can't be my body. I have a phone. I'm not my phone. You know, I have a beanie. I'm not my beanie. I have a car. I'm not my car. I have thoughts, so I can't be my thoughts. You know, I'm much more powerful than that. You know, I'm an infinite being. I will never die. Like Kevin, in this body, yeah, I will die one day. Hopefully, not in a couple of 100 years. No, well, yeah, that'd be cool. But like not anytime soon. But I'm gonna cease to exist. Like that's just how it is, you know. But the real me, that's I'm not. I'm never gonna die. I'm energy, and you can't break energy. You cannot. You know, you can only rearrange it. Is that how you say? You can only like transfer it and transform it and stuff, but you cannot never break it. You cannot, you know, you cannot kill energy. You can't. So your vibe attracts your tribe, and your tribe attracts your vibe. And you know, if you're grateful, if you're happy, if you love yourself, if you know are a good person, more people like that are gonna flock into your life. That's just how it is, man. Like I said, energy. I can talk about this forever. I've been like 6 minutes over or more since I first said I was gonna be done with the video, but I guess I have to I have to stop now because I will talk forever. But anyways, if you ever want to talk about something or learn from me or see my point of view on things, man, just holla at your boy. Like for real. Drop a comment. Please subscribe. Like yeah, like, comment, subscribe, share. Do whatever you want, man. But remember, whatever you do, be true to you. Alright? Let's make a pact. Be true to yourself. Alright? I'm gonna be true to me. So you should be true to you. Alright? Peace and love, y'all. Peace and love in the whole world.